Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 84 of my year of solo board gaming. And we are in the middle, we are at the end of, actually, we are at the goodbye to Welcome to week. So originally it was Welcome to week. Now I am saying Welcome to week. I'm welcoming Welcome to week one last time. So it's goodbye to Welcome to week. Buffalo. We have the vanilla version today. We have the straight-laced, normal, everyday, completely benign version of Welcome to. We will still play with the Alexis mode. As soon as I do the division here, and then we have to pick an actual person to go up against. So we'll do these as the... We'll do this as the shuffle, and then we'll pick whichever person we're going to go against. I'm going to stare away from the deck as I do the shuffling so that I'm not spoiled as to whether or not there's a contract on top. I'm going to do this slightly on stream so that you can see whether or not there's a card on top. Because I keep forgetting that right now the way that this is set up is that the bottom of the field is actually pretty far along the table. I should probably fix that. My setup here is a little weird, to say the least. All right, so there's that. I'm not looking at the top, and there's that on there. So that's our deck. Now, we started off at the beginning of the week with Alexis 3, and we managed to finish on Alexis 3. So we were playing at a certain level. We got beat that one last time. Where are they? Can't find them. Where are they? Where are the special people? God, I hope I didn't shuffle them in. They're somewhere. I shuffled them in. Correct. I don't want to look too far because I can already see one of the contract cards. Yeah. What did I do? Sorry, we have a bit of a hindrance here. I cannot find for the life of me what I did with the various people who I'm supposed to be playing this game with. So we might just start from scratch. I might cancel this recording and then just start over. It is the weirdest thing. There we go. Okay, they were right over here. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we're going to disregard the numbered ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We managed to beat 1, 2, and 3. We did not. We beat 4 once to get up to 5, but then 5 kicked our butt, 4 kicked our butt. We kicked 3's butt. We went back to 4, 4 kicked our butt. So now we're done with these folks. We're going to play with Alex, Ben, Alan, or Anne. Heads, tails. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Heads.
Okay. Heads, tails. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Tails.
All right, that's way too big of a coin, by the way. All right, so we're playing up against Alex. Alexis Allard is the person who developed the Alexis mode and worked on Welcome to. And you'll see Alexis Allard on the board game forums talking about this game, helping explain rules and stuff like that. And I gotta give props to Benoit Turbin, Alexis Allard, and the others who worked on this project. I love this game. There's a reason I've devoted an entire week to it, despite the fact that I was not entirely happy with the zombie version. I love this game. I think this is a great game. It's nice and easy and fun and light. And I like the solo mode. I like the way that it forces you to sort of use the discards, to think about the discards and what you're giving up. In this case, what we want to do is we don't want to give Alex very many pools, and we don't want to give him very many bisses. Temp agencies are fine. Fences aren't great, but they're not horrible. And Alexis will not complete a contract. So until we complete a contract, we're never going to shuffle. If we actually never complete a contract, neither will he. We'll never shuffle this deck. We'll go through this deck exactly once, and that's it. And there's something that's kind of nice about that, because you shuffle the discards back into, you shuffle cards back into your deck once you complete a contract. The problem is that basically gives Alexis more cards to work with. So the fewest possible cards you can give them, I think, is actually a complete playthrough where you don't score anything. However, that would ignore the fact that we have 35 points sitting there waiting for us to take. Now, what are our options here? We can have a 6, a 6, 2 6s, which is basically this bottom one split in half. We have a 3, 3, and 4, which is this top one split in 3. And then a 1, 4, 5, and that would be the second one. Now, you cannot combine them, so this 4 and this 4 cannot be the same 4. I made that mistake in the Easter edition, and I'm probably still living down the shame from that. Let's go ahead and get started. We do not shuffle this deck again because it's already been shuffled. 9, 5, 10 is where we start. And honestly, I feel like the best place to start is just simply let's get these 6s set up so that we can work our way towards finishing this. So we're going to do a 6, divide that up into 2, and now our goal is to basically complete this streak. We'll put these in. I think we'll actually take the 5 and put that and give them the 10. The numbers don't really matter to Alex or any of the solo people, but it does matter to us, because if these cards get shuffled back in, we want cards that are going to help us out with filling in the ends, which is typically where you're going to start to see gaps. Now I want to do parks and I want to do 4. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 down here, because that's going to give me some pretty good flexibility here. And we'll fill in the parks here. Oh, and of course, whenever you set this up, you're supposed to divide each of these lines. I don't know why I did that for all the parks. You're not supposed to do that for the parks. There we go. All right, so 4 and 2, and we're giving it a temp agency, which it considers the least valuable. Now the thing is, the temp agency will still give it 7 points plus 1 for each card it gets. So we want to make sure that we play at least 1 temp agency so that we don't get skunked in that area. 15, 5, and 6, and I think for that we're definitely going to want to fill in a 15 down on the end here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now this we don't have a whole lot of flexibility on. And what we could do is we could go 15 up here and start to divide this up. We'd be giving it a park. Not the worst thing in the world. If we do 15 here, if we wait, we can actually get a 16 or 17 here, and that's going to give us a little bit more flexibility to work with. So if we get a 15 pool or a 14 pool, I think that's when we want to do that. We can't do 16 pool, we can't do 17 pool, just not an option. So I think we could also go, if we want to just completely fill in this row, we could do 5 and then set this up for subdivision later. So let's do... I feel like I want to make sure I'm taking advantage of the 15s when I get them. That's why I'm pausing so long here. I'm going to do 15. I'm going to do it up here. And I'm going to do use the other barrier. Let's go ahead and get these divisions set up. So I need a 3, 3, and a 4. So we'll do 1 division here. And then we'll give it the parks. 4, 9, 14. All right, we may as well go 14 here. We could also do, I don't want to give it this bis. I don't want to give it that. We'll do 4 in a division. And we'll do this division right here. And we'll keep the 14 in the discards, and we'll give it the 9. So we're trying to give it middling values. We do want to try to make sure we don't give it all of like one specific value, though, because that can also bite us in the end. All right, so 6, 13, and 8. I feel like the pool is really where I want to get, where I want to be. Let's do 13 pool. Get this filled in. I love my pools. I find they're an easy way to get points in the game. We're going to give it the temp agency. 1, 13, and 5. Now what's nice about the temp agency, that means I can do a 0 if I wanted to. I don't think I do in this case. I haven't really done anything with the real estates either, so I think that that's probably going to be my next best bet. I think what I want to do is let's go ahead and just do the 13 here. Now, you know what we're going to do? We are going to do these two. We're going to do these two to combine. We're going to go ahead and do 5, and we'll raise the 6 up by 1. Giving it the temp agency. It's going to get the 7 for that. The 7 bonus, no matter what. That's a given. All right, so I think for this we're going to want to do 8 to fill this in here. And then I think we're going to use, we can still use the fence here. We can use this 8 and this fence, and we can start to divvy this up so that we get the 5, 4, and 1. And I think what I want to do, I think I want to go park on this. It's easy to ignore the parks and then be in a situation where you can't get enough parks to fill in to complete the row. 10, 11, and 5. I would love it if that 10 if I had a pool to go with that 10. Instead, I'll go 11. I'll go this up by 1, and we'll go ahead and close out this estate for the Alexis. 5, 2, and 14. Start to see some of the tightness coming in of what we're dealing with, but we can go here for 14. And we'll also go ahead and do a pool up here. Sorry, a park up here. Start to get that up to the 10. That's probably going to be the easiest part to get up to the maximum total. 6, 13, and 7. We do have a pool there that we can use, which is nice, except we can't use it anywhere here. That's not going to help us out. We could go 6 here. We've got plenty of room in between here to finish that out. And I do want to use the pool because that is the most valuable thing for the Alexa. I could also go 13 and the real estate, or I could go 13 and the fence. And I think I want to go 13 here. And I want to go fence, and I want to go ahead and get this. I'm going to divide it up here. And give it the 7. All right, this, got a 12, a 7, and an 8. I'm not really wild about having either of those bisses. I don't really need either of them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in here. I'm going to go 12. And I'm going to continue to raise this. And we'll go ahead and give it the bis. As bad as that is, because that's 3 points, and there's a real estate agent already in that. So that's going to be 6 points total. That's probably not a smart move. 8, 14, and 13. All right, I really am starting to feel the crunch down here. I don't think I'm going to get that pool. I think I have to just accept that. I am going to go ahead and start to fill in some rows, some numbers here, though. I think what I'll do is I'm going to do 8 and then a fence, I think. I think that's actually my best bet. And let me do, instead of the 8 down here, I'm going to do the 8 here. I'm going to put it like right here. But we'll do the fence on this street. And we need a 1, 4, and 5. So we'll go ahead and make this a 1. And then these two will divide up however we have to. 8, 10, and 11. All right, so I could do 10 here. I could just sacrifice the pool. Might not be the worst thing in the world. I can't go 8 or 11 on this street. I could go 11 here, and then I have to get a 12 pool to finish that. I could also just fill this in with an 8. I think I have to start. I have to start sacrificing the pool. I can't keep holding on to that because I have a lot of points up here I want to try to get. So we'll do 10, and then we'll raise the 6s up another 1. 6s are now maxed out. We can't get the 6s up any higher. So we'll probably work on 3s after this. 3, 11, 4. All right. So once again, I could complete this. I actually have that available to complete. Kind of wanted to give it that. I could also go 11, and I could just close that out. I've always assumed that you automatically have fences at the end. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct. If it isn't, then I've been playing this game entirely wrong all week. Literally all week. That's actually something that's really interesting. Permanent fences are present at the end, both ends of each street. Yeah, I thought as much. So yeah, that's not a problem. The problem with doing this way... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do the 11 and the 4 together. I'm going to lower this 11 down to a 9. That way we'll have used a temp agency at some point, and we'll give it the 3, closing out that estate, keeping it from getting any larger, because that is going to be a problem. 9, 12, and 8. And that is an easy one. We're going to go 12 pool. Get our pool. And it gets the 9 parks. 9, 6, and 11. I think for this, I'm just going to go straight here. I'm going to go 6, and I'm going to fill in... I'm going to keep giving it parks. Let's raise the 3. Still have not hit a contract yet, and I spoke too soon. But there's the first contract. But again, it doesn't really matter with Alexis because he is not going to complete anything anyway. So it is entirely up to us. We could use 12 and 14 to go ahead and get this 14 here. I do have to start filling in this row at some point. I don't want to pass up another pool. And I now, I have to do parks on each of these if I want to get higher on the parks. So I don't think I'm going to be able to. I kind of missed my opportunity for that. We're going to make this a 14. We're going to sacrifice... I don't want to sacrifice the pool. Really don't. Let's do 14 up here. It's now the temp agency, and it gets the real estate. All right, 11, 8, 3. So I think for this, I could go 3 down here, complete my first 6. I don't really want to do that. I could go 3 here. That's going to help me fill this in over here, and I think that's my best bet. So we'll do 3. We'll also go ahead and draw a line here. No, actually, let's raise real estate some more. Let's give it another fence. Let's keep these estates small. 8, 3, 10. I so need this 3 to be on itself. That's unfortunate. I could go 10 and 3 together and lower that down to a 1. I could also use 3 here and raise the parks by 1, or 3 and raise the parks 1 there. Let's get this lowered down to a 1. It's another temp agency that I'm using. Maybe I will get the 7 for that. 15, 10, 4. Not even thinking about it. The big dilemma there is now I need to get a temp agency and a 15 or 14 together. So that's going to be a little rough. 7, 6, and 11. I'm going to go 7 here. I'm going to go smack dab in the middle, and I'm going to raise this up another 1. One, 6, 15. Yes! Oh my God, that's perfect. 17. Temp agency. Exactly what I needed to be together. Awesome. We still have not completed a contract yet. And again, the dilemma is, do I go ahead and complete the contract and then risk all these additional cards that I'm going to get? except that I'll also be able to close this pretty quickly too. I think I'm going to go... Can't do one bis anywhere. That wouldn't work. I guess I gotta go 5, and I don't want to sacrifice this pool, but I kind of I gotta sacrifice that. If I do 5 there, it's gonna be difficult to fill this in. If I do 5 here, I can do 6. I have some wiggle room. Yeah, I'll go 5 here. I don't want to use Abyss later on, but I might have to, so I'll keep that for now. 2, 7, 7. I guess I'll go 2 here. I think that's the only place I have left to go. And for now, I will go ahead and do... I'll do the parks. Do the parks and actually close out another state for them. Pool, pool, pool. Let this be a pool. 4. There we go. And I have completed my first project. So I get 12 points for that. It's not available to Alexis. He doesn't want it anyway. That doesn't matter. So I'm going to keep this 4 and the 9 into the discards. Actually, I'm going to keep the 7. This and this all get shuffled. So what's kind of crazy is that this is a lot of cards to be shuffled back into the deck. So probably the worst case scenario for me and the best case scenario for Alexis. Now the thing is, at this point, it is a matter of just filling in that last row. I can still add a roundabout if I wanted to. That roundabout would actually help me make it a 4 instead of a 5. So that's always an option. I can do that right here, and then that would make it so that I have quite a bit of flexibility. But we'll see what comes up. It's going to be tight. I at least would like to try to get that 3 pool filled in. So I will do 2 bis, 4 bis, or 3 pool, whichever one comes first. I'm not going to be picky. 15, 15, 7. That is a no-brainer. I'm going to do 15 to... I hate giving it the 7. That's 7 bis, but that's what I'm going to give it. Bis, 5, 13. Not great by any stretch of the imaginations, but I will take the 13 and just continue to close down that way. I'm going to take the... I've got to take the bis out of its hands, because otherwise that is too many cards in that estate. It's already got 3 there. I don't want it to get another 3 and then a real estate. 9, 9, and 12. So this allows me to adjust either of these 9s down, which is good. I can make one of those an 8. But I kind of want to just go ahead and use the 9 as is. And I want to give it, I think I want to give it the 12. So I'm going to take the 9, I'm going to use it as is, and then I'm going to bump up the, I guess the 4s. We might as well do the 4s. 5, 4, 3. So again, we just simply have to fill in things where we can. We cannot be picky at this point. We're going to go ahead and fill in I think we're going to have to fill in the 3 here. As much as I hate losing that pool, we'll do that. We will use the real estate. We'll give it the temp agency. We've now completed the second project, or the first city plan, sorry, so that's 10 points. So that gets flipped. 2, 2, 8. All right, and as much as I don't want to do this, we're putting in a rotary. This rotary is going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and use the 8, which means we lose yet another pool. We have lost so many pools on this. It actually breaks my heart a little bit. But that is the 2 and the 8 there, and this 2 gets retired. We have 2 spots left to fill in. We've got a 6, 6, and an 8. We can't do anything with any of those. So that's our first permanent refusal. We'll give it a fence. Close that out since the points don't matter either in either case. 3, 6, 1. We are taking the 1 in the pool. That is Not even a question. That is so awesome. So glad to get that. And it'll take the 6. We have 1 space left to fill in. If we fill it in, we get our last contract, and that's 13 points. If we can't fill it in, we got 2 turns to fill it in. 13, 10. Yes! Yes! Oh my God! Perfect way to fill that in is 10 and a pool. I am so excited. I get the pool. I get the contract. I get everything. I get everything. I get everything I've ever wanted, Alex. I did it. Close that out. And we end the game for 2 reasons. One is I have no more spaces. I've filled up my map. And 2, I've completed all the city plans, and I did it on the same turn. So yay. That is a hell of a way to end the week. Let's see how I did. First, we will figure out how many points Alexis got. And Alexis got a lot of points because Alexis got an entire group of cards. All right, so let's see how bad this is. We're going to do this up here. Might have to zoom back out. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2. That's as far as I can go there. And I think I kept the estates pretty small overall. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. All right, this isn't going to quite show all the way on screen. There's one more estate here. There we go. So that's everything that Alexis got. You know what? We can do this 4 up here. There we go. That should be enough room. That is everything Alexis got, and that's a lot. That is a lot of points. So let's take a look at what Alexis got. First of all, I got nothing for the contracts. We crushed it on the contracts. Neener, neener, neener. 35 to nothing. For parks, it gets, Alex gets what, 2 points per park? I don't know, I kind of moved the sheet out of the way. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gets 18 points for parks. And I get 2, 4, 4. I got 10 points for parks. I kicked my butt on parks. For pools, we did give it 1 pool. That is not a good thing. It gets 4 points for that. We got 21. We beat it on pools. For the temp agency, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it had 6 temp agencies. I had 4. So it did beat me, but I still get the 4 points from my side. It's going to get 7 plus 6 is 13. All right, so now the way that we do the bottom of this is that we'll do the fences here, the gates here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to get 20 points for the fences. We don't count the permanent fences on either side. It's just the fence cards. Then we take a look at the 5 largest estates. So if we count out the number of cards in each, but we have to, including 3 for each BIS, that'll tell us how big the estate is. Then we multiply it by 2 if there's a real estate card in it. So in this case, we've got 2, 3. We've got, this is going to be 6. This is going to be 8. This is going to be a whopping 14, and this is going to be 12, and this is going to be 2 down here. So the 14 is biggest. Then we've got the 12. Then we've got the 6. We've got this 8 over here, and then that 3 up there. And I think those are all of them. All right, that is everything for Alexis. Let's see how we did. So I got 35 plus 10 is 45, 66, 70. Oh, I need to count up my estates here. I filled in everything, so everything is going to be done. We got 2 6s. We have 2 4s, 2 3s, 1 5, and 1 2. Sorry, 1 1. So that's 1 point for the 1. That's going to be 18 points, sorry, 12 points for the 3s. It's going to be 14 points for the 4s, 5 points for the 1 5, and then it's going to be 24 points for the 2 6s. So all told, that's 45, 66, 70, 71, 83, 97, 102, 126. We do lose 3 points for the roundabout, bring us down to 123. We did have a perma refusal, but we don't lose any points for that. So we are at 123. How did Alex do? Alex did 0 plus 8 plus 4 is 22, 35, 55, 69, don't. 81, 87, 95, 98. We close out our week beating Alex. That is welcome to week, and we've had a good time. Hopefully you've enjoyed these streams. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing about all these variations. I highly recommend this game. This game is an amazingly fun game to play. I'm not getting paid by who's going to pay me. I think you guys who are watching right now, no one's paying me to tell you anything. So I could tell you anything and nobody would have a vested financial interest in it. But I do recommend Welcome to. I've not tried Welcome to Las Vegas or Welcome to the Moon. I'm hoping to try both of those at some point. Same with Floor Plan. But this is a fun, reliable, sturdy game. It's a great solitaire game. And I definitely recommend the Alexis mode if you get this game. The Alexis mode makes this game worth it. The regular solo mode it's nice. It's fun. The Alexis mode makes this a completely different game. And with that, I close out the Welcome to week. And folks, see you tomorrow.